The thing, this will know. I'll know the thing.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys. How are you? Welcome to our 30-day live stream challenge with Anna and Selena.
Woo!
We are participating in the VEDA Video Every Day in April challenge that StreamYard is hosting, and we love using StreamYard for all of our live stream needs. I don't know, I could talk all day about StreamYard, but that's not what today's show is about. I'm Selena Conmaggie, and this is my business bestie, Anna Larson of Nomad About. Let's dive into it. We got 10 minutes.
Yeah, so every day we give a 10-minute tip or trick on something that's central and important to entrepreneurs and business owners. And today's just happens to be about your website hero header. So some people call a hero header the fold. Okay. And so Selena, as our resident expert in user experience and website design, can you tell everybody kind of what is the fold and why does it even matter?
Okay, so I am a very visual person. This is why I like the design. So I'm going to bring up a graphic, and this is the best way to explain what this means. You'll laugh at me. Sometimes I don't use that, and I have to be reminded that this is the technical term. And so when you hear somebody say above the fold, below the fold, what is the fold? Here is what I'm going to pull up. Okay, so basically when you land on a website, right, you are put on the very top of the person's homepage, the top. And what is part of the top? And I was in a discussion in Clubhouse, and I remember how people had said sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't, but it does matter. You want like the best thing. You want people to look when they land here. Why am I here? What is this website about? Am I in the right place? And so you want all that, not all, like don't stuff it, but just have a really good hero image is what we like to call images that are put at the top of a website. But, have it be really relevant to what your business is, have an amazing headline and an amazing tagline.
Yeah.
So when you see the fold right there is kind of right below the hero image. And that's where the fold is. That's where you would fold your paper. So think about it like that, right? When you are reading a newspaper, when you first get it, all you see is that like the headline cover story. So when you start to open up the newspaper, you see more of the content of the newspaper. So what's below and what's above, good things to know.
Yes. So Selena and I have kind of put together a list of what we would consider the top 4 things to consider when you are building above the fold or building out your hero header of your website. And the very first one she's already kind of mentioned, but it is to have an eye-catching image. And this could be, it doesn't have to be directly related to your business. You do not have to have a computer image on your website if you are a business that uses computers. You don't have to have, I don't know, if you're an ice cream shop, you probably want an ice cream bar on there. So you really have to think about that.
Yeah. So, okay, I will say this though, right, is your image should just be relevant to the business, and you should, hi, welcome to our live. It's okay, John. You didn't know.
About 5 seconds ago.
Welcome to the show. Anyway, so, okay, you still want it to be relevant. So if you are, like Anna just said, though, if you're selling ice creams and you have a picture of just a dog and on the beach, that's really not kind of sharing with the user that has landed on your website what your website really is about.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure it is still relevant, and you want to make sure it is great resolution, nice and sharp, very, it's pleasing to the eye. It's super important.
The mood and brand of your site.
Yes.
Brand. Like it fits your mood, it fits who you are.
Right. If you're like a soft, peachy, a beauty person and you have like a heavy metal rock star like image as your hero, it doesn't make sense. You know, just make sure it makes sense. You know, have fun with it, but again, make it easy on the eye, because the easier you allow that user to kind of come on your website with, the better.
Yeah.
They'll keep going. They'll go below the fold, which is where we want them to also continue.
Exactly. So the second piece that we would put in a hero header, Selena also mentioned, but it's copy or writing some sort of tagline, headline, and subline that says, you are in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
You have made it to a place that is going to all sorts of messes.
It is. It's a, hey, you guys, this is what happens on a weekend. Okay.
Yes, so
You just can't get Monday through Friday 9 to 5 lives here on a weekend.
right.
So that's just
yes. You want your headline and your subheadlines to say, hey, you are going to get the information that you want from this site. Mm-hmm. And if it says, if they're like, wait, is this about what I think it's about? They're going to go somewhere else, because people make decisions that quickly. And there's so many websites and so much information available that if they have to search for it, they're not going to stay on your website.
Yeah. We mentioned it in one of our other lives about like the retention of a person. On mobile, it's like 62 seconds maybe. And on a desktop, it's 172. So if they're not catching that in that time, like Anna said, they're out, you know? And so you just want to make sure. I feel like 62 is even longer than it should be.
I think you said it was like 6.2. I don't.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I think it was like super, super fast. They glance at it and they decide if they're in the right spot.
We'll get the numbers for you and we'll make sure.
Right.
Add that somewhere.
Yeah. It was some statistic we read somewhere. Yeah. We don't know.
Right.
But the other important thing I want to say about your copy is that your copy should lead your reader to want to navigate down your page.
Yeah.
So if you want to make it interesting and engaging enough that you're hooking your reader to say, I want to know more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right.
Tip, Anna.
Next, Selena, go for it.
Oh, okay. Navigation that is clear and easy to follow. Basically, I don't know if I've also mentioned, I'm taking a course in user experience, and you want to make sure you're doing things that people kind of automatically already know what to do on a website. They're always going to look for a navigation bar, and they want to know what you have and then where they're going to go. So make sure that you're on a desktop and mobile, you have that nav bar at the very top. So if they don't want to kind of search around to where you may have put it, not that you haven't, but I have seen people say, nah, I didn't put one. I just waited for them to get to the footer and I put a glossary down below. You want to make sure that you're making it easy for people to go where they need to go.
Yeah.
When you're also thinking about how to put those tabs, is kind of put them in importance, right? Home is always important because people want to go back to the like central location of your website. And then where do you want them to go next? In that tab, does it say about? Is it your services? Is it a book me? Is it portfolio? Make sure you kind of lay out the tabs of your navigation in a way that makes sense and how you want them to travel along and adventure on your website. Is that what we're going for?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I will also mention, whether your navigation bar is a line across the top or whether it's one of those little hamburger things where you have to open it up to see further, that's your preference and your web designer preference. And you just have to think about your ideal audience and what they're going to want to see.
Right.
But as far as like, is there one that's better than the other? The answer is not really. It really comes down to what you want your website to look like and what fits your design the best, I think.
Right.
Okay, so our very last and final tip is a call to action. And a call to action, I'm just going to put this up there and just say, you don't have to have a call to action on your hero header, but sometimes it's a good idea to make it really easy so that people who are coming repeatedly to your site can get to exactly where they want quickly. So if you have one main services page or one main thing that people go there all the time for, put it in your hero header so they don't even have to scroll down. They're just like know exactly where I'm going. And that's going to help with repeat customers business.
Yeah. And another, just to kind of go to what Anna is saying, sometimes you want to say, book me now, and so when you click that button, they can book a service right now, or you're giving a freebie away, like how to write 5 million wonderful headlines for your next 10 million emails.
Wow, that's some freebie.
That is a freebie, right? But you want people to see it. And so that's a call to action, meaning you're giving them something to do. When you give them something to do, you're helping make conversions on your website.
Yes. And when you give them something to do, they stay on your website longer. And we all know that the longer someone's on your website, the better it is for your analytics and the higher ranking you get. And then the more people come, and it's just joy for everyone, right? Everything
Right.
we want.
Right. Yeah, I think these were fantastic tips, Anna.
I think so too. So there's your Saturday tip. If you weren't sure before, go take a look at your website.
Yeah.
Drop in the comments for us, like, what are you following these 4 things on your own hero header? Is it clear and easy, eye-catching images? Do people know they're in the right place? And do you have some sort of call to action so they know what to do next?
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
All right.
Guys. We'll catch you tomorrow, Sunday.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend. Aloha.
Bye.